Hey, we back. Hey, we back. All right. We've been going for a little minute, maybe like a week, maybe two. Hey, but we had some things to take care of. But look, we back and we got a lot of things happen. And a lot of things is going on in this NFL season so far, man. We just had the wild card round. We just had the wild card round. And whoo, it was a doozy. It was a doozy. A lot of things. Not to be funny, I picked all the right. I picked the winners. Straight like that. I picked the winners. I had Buffalo. I don't know who didn't have Buffalo. They won. I had the Ravens. They won. I did pick the Texans. They won. I did pick the Commanders. I picked the Eagles. I think that's for the most part. If I'm missing a team, well, those are my picks. Listen, man, it's heating up. But look, this week we got Lamar against Allen, and I think this game is gonna show who's the true MVP. I think the Ravens gonna go over there. They're gonna go into Buffalo, lay the smackdown, one time for the one time, and that's how that's gonna go. And then Lamar gonna get his MVP. But other than that, let's get back to the real. Oh, we got the draft order too, so that's very important too. This year we got the draft order. That's very important. The first 18, well, not the full order, but the first 18 teams, first 18 picks is locked in already. That's what's up. You know what I mean? So also, I'm gonna get into them rebuilds too, man. We're gonna start. I just like to wait to do my rebuilds. Like I like to wait to the playoffs and the off season is done to kind of go through the rebuilds. But I try to get a few in before then. Know what I'm saying? To see how we want to lock it in and see how we're gonna go. But listen, let's get to this reload. Let's get to it, man. Y'all see what this? We in week 12. What week? No. We in week 15. My bad. We in week 15. That's how long it's been. Been 2 weeks, man. We in week 15, man. We getting it going. We up against Detroit, man. Who Detroit we loaded with, man? Let's go look at Detroit roster and let's see. Oh, they only 5-8. But that don't mean this roster ain't crisp and clean. Cause these rosters is legit now. Who they got? Obviously they got Goff, Gibbs, David Montgomery. You know what I mean? Who else did they get? Who else are they out here stunting and shining with? Let's see. St. Brown, Calvin. Oh my goodness, Jamin. This ain't gonna be an easy game. I remember last season I played them in the playoffs, and Calvin made a lot of play. Yo, he 99. I'm telling y'all better stop playing. Laporta, they always had a good. Oh, Lomas Brown, they reloaded with Lomas. That's a legend. Stop playing with him. That's a legend. Let me see who else did they get. Aiden, Sean Rogers, a dog. Who else we got lined up? Who else did they get? Oh, and Chris Spellman. Yeah, this squad is good, man. But I can't believe that they 5-8. That just goes to show this is a really good squad. It's just hard to when the legends come back, it's hard to get these W's, man. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, it's hard to get these W's. But we 13-0. Look at the offense is ranked 92 overall offense and 87 overall defense. I don't know how I'm gonna deal with that. Okay. Overheard niggas talking to the trainer about trying to come back early from injury. Excuse me? No. We're going to let him rock. No. I don't think that's a good idea. We need him for the playoffs. We don't really have no other weapons. Let's wait till he's healthy. We can let him sit out. You know what I mean? We don't really got much more, but we're going to have to deal with it. All right? I can't wait to get into some rebuilds too, man. Y'all going to really see. We're going to rebuild all 32 teams. We're going to start from the number one, the team with the number one pick, all the way down to the Super Bowl winner. And that's how we're going to do it. We're going to get into this, man. Oh, yeah, everybody go. Okay, we got Banks back. Yeah, everybody else could go. We'll see. We'll see about Wandale, And, maybe some legends hit the free agent market. And I could get me a legend. I'm in the business for add more legends to this squad. Hey, let's get to this gameplay though, man. Word up. Y'all know what it is, baby. It's Madden Reloaded, man. Come on, man. We back. We back one more time, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's get all of that. Let's get all of that going so we can really start growing this channel and we can really be cooking. Cause right now we just putting all the ingredients together. You feel me? We ain't throw nothing in the pan yet. We ain't really cooking how we supposed to be cooking. Dang, them 19 picks got me tripping though, B. 35 touchdowns, 19 picks. I'm looking like Baker Mayfield out here. Hey. Hey, you gotta be excited, man. To be in the playoffs, betting become easier. In my opinion, it gets a little more obvious with the picks. I tend to always just pick the underdog. When I do bet, I don't bet as much anymore. I do pick winners, but I don't bet. But when I do, I typically just take the the spread on the underdog. Because these games is tough. You know what I mean? It bode well. Ooh, that's a thumbnail right there. You see golf throw the fist, that's a thumbnail. You be act like y'all better act like y'all know. If you don't, you better ask somebody. Y'all know what time is it. All right, man, let's get it going, man. Giants, Lions. We come to slay a lion, man. Let's go in there and kill a lion. And wear his mane. For real, for real. Speaking of killing lions and wearing the mane. Hey, did y'all see that video on listen, you gotta be into like Disney movies. I was huge on like Disney movies back in the day. What kid wasn't? But it's like a theory out there that if you watch the Hercules movie, you know Hercules, he had to go slay the lion. It's like one of the things he had to do, whatever. So he had to slay the lion or whatever. They trying to tell me that one of the lions that the lion that Hercules slays was Scar. Man, that wasn't Scar, man. You tell me, you tell us anything. That wasn't no Scar, man. Sure. AKA Taka. I rock with that Lion King joint. You know what I'm saying? With the Mufasa joint. You know, my brother. That's my, you got to rock with that joint. You know what I mean? Get to be a kid again and relive your childhood a little bit. You gotta accept that. Yeah, that was my joint. Anything Lion King, I'm on it. That's a fact. I rock with the Lion King. I rock with my man Taka. They doing it again. Switching lineups without my permission. Come on now. I don't understand why does that keep happening. Come on, I need the rookie Carl Banks in there with Isaiah Simmons. All right, man, so let's talk about these Giants. You know we got to get into the conversation. These Giants, right? They fall to 3. Get them. Why do you want to pick at... They stress me out so much, bro. I don't have time for this type of stress. Like, just lose. There's no point of winning these games. These games are meaningless. But you don't want to lose these games. You want the first pick. Even if... Oh, get that. Even if you want the first pick because it gives you options. It's either you want to take that quarterback or you want to get you want to trade out. Now personally, look, I said it once and I say it again. To be the quarterback, come here. Oh, and you see my boy Carl Banks make that hit? And look, I said it before. To be the quarterback of the New York Giants takes a lot. It comes with a lot, man. It comes with a lot. You got to be a weird type of personality to be the quarterback of the New York Giants. You can't be too flamboyant. You can't be too outgoing. You kind of got to be like a stoic. You got to be ready to, you got to have that stone face at all times. Get them. Like, you know what I mean? You just, things that made Eli the quarterback for so long. Or like, guys like Phil Simms, I don't know if these quarterbacks that's coming out have that thing that the New York media will be looking for. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if the New York media like typically ready to have like a black quarterback. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if I don't think the Giants is going to take a quarterback. I think they're going to take, if Travis falls to the Giants, they're going to take Travis because he kind of fits the mold of what the Giant, how they want guys to be. Like, even though I think they should take a quarterback, like, but don't be surprised if you see them trade or sign a quarterback. I'm telling you. Oh, let's go. Ooh, let's go. I'm telling you. I don't think they're gonna take quarterback at 3. I didn't think they'd take a quarterback at 1. I thought if they were to get the first overall pick, they'll try to trade out of that joint. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Hold on now. I Hyatt. I think early on in the year I hit Hyatt on a play like this. It won't be this year though. Come on, drop it down. Oh, look at that throw by Eli. Look at that throw. Come on, B. Talk about it. Talk about it, man. Talk about it. Yeah, I don't think the Giants are taking a quarterback. Do I think they should? Yeah. I don't. Do I think they would? No. Watch. I'm telling you. I don't think they ready for like a black quarterback. And if they already be someone with like Russell Wilson's type of personality, like, I don't think they ready for like the type of like things that they say come with having a black quarterback, Whether true or not, like, I don't think they ready for it. But I will say this. I had Shador in front of Cam Ward. But right after watching that bowl game, Cam Ward separated himself with that performance. Now, I mean, you know how it's almost like dude woke up and said, yo, I'm about to go have a light day. I'll be back early. Dude had a half a day. And that's important, man. Listen, he cooked. Where is that? Shador kind of struggled a little bit in that game, man. I don't know. Ward jumped him to me. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, I don't think I could be wrong, like, you know what I mean? But is Shador gonna go to the combine? Is Ward going? Nah, I'm not like a you don't have to go to the combine, right? But I love the guys that do go and they just show out. Like the guys who are expected to be that dude and do X, Y, and Z, they go and they just cook and they just show out. I'm with all of that. Like, you know what I mean? Because I like competitors. Go show you the best. You don't have to. I understand why you don't. Like, you know what I mean? But I understand why the guys go and really go show out. I understand those type of guys. Because it's like, oh, y'all think he better than me? Watch this. Oh, y'all think he faster than me? Watch this. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you look at guys like Brian Thomas, Malik Nate, Marvin Harrison didn't go to the combine last year. Marvin Harrison Jr. And he looked regular this year. He didn't look like the top receiver in the draft. Like, you know what I mean? All that, that's all. Listen, man. Your man, Brian Thomas, he was looking crazy this year. Lad McConkey, all of these, this draft was crazy. I don't think, from year one, it's too early to tell. But year one, Marvin Harris Jr. was not the best player in the draft. A lot of people thought that Malik was better than him. We'll give him that. A lot of people did have Malik Neighbors as, a 1A, 1B type of thing. A lot of people had that, those guys. But it's like, Malik might be more explosive than him. But, and look at the quarterback play, too. We can't even just, it's the quarterback play, too. He has Harrison have a better quarterback. Jump. Oh, don't spare me like that. Oh, he got the Goldberg. Harrison had the better quarterback all year long. Like, know what I mean? So we gonna see. We definitely gonna see. But yeah, man, we getting into it, man. You gotta love it. You gotta love this, the process, the draft, everything that's about to go down and happen. This is a very exciting part of the year for football fans in general. You got all of these mock drafts coming out. I tend to wait to after the combine because guys tend to because you get those sleepers. You get those guys who come to the combine and they just go crazy and then they shoot up the draft board. So, I like to wait to do my rebuilds until after the combine because you get to see that. Like, yeah, but this is supposed to be a really good draft. But I don't think the Giants are taking a quarterback. I think the Titans is gonna take a quarterback. You know, even though personally, I don't think they should. Like, like what does Will Levis truly have as far as weapons? Like, you gotta get him some help. I say you trade out of that joint. And I'm a fan of trading out unless the prospect is this blue chip type of dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and even those guys, it always takes a while. Like, you don't really even know anymore. Like, it was supposed to be Caleb. It's supposed to be Caleb. Ended up being Jaden Daniels. It was supposed to be Bryce Young. Ended up being CJ. Listen, you gotta be well invested in the guy that you take, and you gotta understand his all. That's a hard job. I would say, just trying to predict who's going to be. Oh goodness, come on, who's going to be a good pro and who might not be. But I will say this, man, Bryce Young. He started looking good at the end of the season. I'm happy for him. He got. It looked like he's getting things right, so that's important. But CJ is just a different animal. Some dudes want it. Give me that. Oh, what you doing? I had that. Listen, I played that perfectly, man. I'm gonna need them to give me my pick. Hold on, man. This mic needs to get itself right, B. Give me my pick, man. Don't take from me like that. Here we go. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Look. Watch this. I got the middle. Come here. Oh, that was second down. I thought that was third. All right, we gotta bring some pressure. Nah, for real, man. For real. I tell you, man. Like, I've been watching. My favorite position used to be the wide receiver position, right? I used to love wide receivers. Like when I was a kid, I wanted to play the position. It was my favorite position overall. But it changed for me. I think my favorite position in the NFL, I think I like the tight end position. I'm starting to like tight ends more. Tight ends to me are becoming so much more valuable. They just do a lot. They do a lot. They glue guys. They're locker room guys. They can be highly productive. They block. Like, they just do everything. Like, I like tight ends. Especially how they making them nowadays. These dudes could run. They could jump. They could do a multitude of things. And, like, you need those type of guys on your team. And, a lot of these guys don't complain about getting the ball. When you have wide receivers, man. I watch, you can watch the Steelers and you can tell every time Russ miss George Pickens or don't look his way, it's like he always got something. You could tell that boy got issues. Every time. Receivers think they open when they're not open. They throw the ball up. Now, Pickens is an exception because the boy is amazing, but it's like, dude, we can't force feed you the ball every play. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you got to relax on that. Okay, let's go. Get that block leak. Get that block leak. Get that block leak. It's a poor block. Man, Speaking of Pickens and Russ, man, what do we think about Mike Tomlin? This is a big conversation that's going on nowadays. What do they do with Tomlin? Right? What's gonna happen with Mike, man? Do we justify firing Mike Tomlin? You know what I'm saying? Well, what he did, I get it that they lost they last 5 or 6 in a row. They lost, I get it, that's tough. I mean, but he made it to I don't know, man. The NFL is so much like what have you done for me lately. I don't see Pittsburgh as that kind of organization that just fire coaches and bring. But it's tough with Mike, man. It's tough with Tomlin because like, they're gonna have to get like a young play caller, someone like who's hip to this kind of offense. Like, you know what I mean? Someone like Leak, let's go. Todd Monken, whatever that dude name is, Lamar's play caller, man. They need someone like that, and then keep Justin Fields. What? You get someone that can call plays like that for Justin Fields? Come on, he could be just as good as Lamar. He has some of the same type of tools. He has some of the same tools, man. Just get him one of them young, somebody who could simplify the offense for him. Like, now I'm not saying like it's too complex, but it's like, yo, man, listen. You got to simplify these dang offenses, man. Get them some quick reads. They got the running game. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Justin Fields is the guy for Tomlin. I think Wilson is the guy for Tomlin, but I think, Wilson seems very limited. If it ain't the that's another thumbnail. If it ain't the moon ball, it ain't nothing. Period. If it ain't the moon ball, it's nothing. Wilson is very limited at this stage of his career. Like, you know what I'm saying? You get more with Fields. I think Justin would have won the same amount of... Oh, my goodness. Yo. Kayla, what's up? I think Justin would have won the same amount of games. Like, when you look back at it, all said and done, he would have won the same amount of games. I mean, they still would have... Basically, they would have been a playoff team with Fields. That's what I believe. Okay. Give me that. Yo, they got they would have been a playoff team with Fields. I think they went to Russ and it showed too. I'm not gonna say they panicked, but it was Pickens, man. That dude be crying about the ball too much, bro. Crying about the ball too much. So I say I think they keep. In my opinion, you keep Fields. Go ahead, throw that thing. Look at the coverage. Yeah, keep Fields. Resign Fields. Tomlin, you got to grow with that young boy. Russ just got the moon ball, man. That's all he got, man. He ain't got much of anything else left in that tank, man. He ain't got much of anything else left. But I don't think they should fire him. But I do understand why people are calling for him to be fired. Shit. You know what I'm saying? I get it. 6 straight playoff loss. Just lost your last 5 in a row. That's tough, man. That's a tough thing to deal with for Pittsburgh fans. Like, you know what I mean? They want to see wins. So I understand it. I totally understand it if they do let him go. And if they let him go, listen, Giants, scoop him right up. And he might need a new start. Scoop him right up. Oop, come holler at me. Listen, he gonna have people waiting. And that's the bad thing about. That's the bad thing about, when you fire a good coach. Woo! Let's go. Oh, let's go, Theo. You're going to have people waiting to hire him. You know what I'm saying? And he got that no trade clause, so you can't just trade him anywhere. This is a lose-lose situation. It might be. But I tell you one thing, man, just imagine he goes to a place like the Cleveland Browns. What if they get him? You don't want that. You don't want that. One thing I love about Tomlin is the culture is the culture. The culture is the culture. Like, you know what? Like, you know what you're getting from a Steelers team. They gonna come into play. You know, they gonna be disciplined. They gonna be tough. You know? What about Oakland? What if Oakland, what if the Steelers get rid of Tomlin, Mike Tomlin, you feel me? Then draft Shador. Oh my goodness. You gave him a young quarterback he could work with. That'd be crazy. I'm with that. I'm with that. Whew, that'd be crazy right there. Get it out quick. We got to see in the NFL. You got to get the ball out quick. I'm with all of that. That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. Or like, what if Mike Tomlin is an all-world defensive coordinator, right? An all-time great defensive coordinator, but just like, you know, a good legendary coordinator, great coach. Which one would you rather be? Because let's say if he went to a team and he was just a defensive coordinator. You know? How does that work out? You put him with one of these young, sharp offensive minds, and he the coordinator. Shit. But I know, you know, that's a little bit of a step down, but who knows? That'd be great to see that, though. But my opinion, you keep Tomlin. Oh, my goodness. How did he made a play just now. Oh, that's Chris Spillman. That's the legend. I be telling y'all, man, these legends. This is what, you know. That's a great play, man. Just straight up instincts. I mean, listen. Tomlin, you could come coach my team any day. Any day of the week. But I don't think Tomlin would ever go back to being a coordinator. He's, you know, but I'm just saying. You know, you never know. Like, you know what I mean? That's sort of like, you know, Steve Spagnuolo. If I said his name right, we called them Spags in New York. But listen, when he was a head coach, not too good. Okay. Oh my goodness, he got beat. It's 99 speed right there. Oh goodness. He threw a bomb just now. That's what happens when you go up against a 92 overall rated offense. This team overrated like 88, and they only won 5 games. These rosters are crazy. I'm telling you, man. And just wait till season 3. Wait till when I bring back more rosters. It's just gonna be crazy. We're gonna keep reloading these things, man. We're gonna keep going with it. We're gonna get crazy with it. Also, too, I really think the Browns and the Titans are taking quarterbacks. Like, they're taking quarterbacks. Period. They're taking quarterbacks. The Browns and the Titans, it's going to the Giants. Look, if Travis falls to you at 3 in New York, you just take Travis Hunter and sign the quarterback for 1 year. You know what I mean, and then get a draft. Get somebody else in next year's draft. That's my opinion. Don't move up for any one of these guys. If you were sitting at 1 or 2, I understand. You take the quarterback, but don't try to force it and move up to grab one of them. You know, unless it's like a business move for the Giants, where they looking at it like, okay, if Shador drops to 3, right? We draft Shador. This is the business aspect kicking in, right? you draft Shador, hoping that next year you draft Shador and Shallow in this draft because look, say what you want. I think Shallow is probably like a 4th round pick at best. Right? You draft him, you take Shallow in the 4th. Oh my goodness. You take Shallow in the 4th, right? And then next year, you get Coach Dion. You get Dion next year. Now, that right there is a New York state of mind. That's, you know what I mean? That's a business move right there, right? It's gonna put butts in. Even though the Giants don't have issue with ticket sales or the business, like, you know, but can I see that happening? Yeah, I can see that happening. You know, let's say Deion Sanders win a bowl game next year. I don't want to say a national title, but let's say he win a bowl game next year. He would have made a lot of progress, right? First year, 4 wins. Second year, made it to a bowl game. Third year, he wins a bowl game. So what does the trajectory look like? What is it? The 4th, 5th year, he could be in a national title conversation. Who knows, right? He could recruit. He could do all of those things. Deion does have an upper hand. I'm telling you, like, just getting guys to come play for him or getting guys to buy in, like, you know. So imagine what free agents, I'm going to play for Deion. Now I'm about to go to New York. Yo, they got, you know what I'm saying? So I could see that being a possibility. That could be a possibility. Who knows? Like, you know, that's always a real thing. But or you wait for Arch. You know what I'm saying? See what he looked like this year at Texas. You make him move then. Shit, we can stink for one more year. We can stink for one more year. You know, they talk about a JJ McCarthy trade. That could be a scenario. Dang, Aiden is getting in there. That could be a scenario, but do you really want to trade the 3rd overall pick? What would that package look like? Do we swap? Or would it just be the 3rd for he haven't really even played, and I don't think the Vikings want to do that anyway. I think the Vikings are going home. Because Donald's a statue. He's a statue in the pocket. And when you get that pressure on him, like mostly all quarterbacks, but he hold on to the ball too long. And that won't work for the Giants. So I don't see the Giants signing Sam Darnold. He holds on to the ball too long. And we don't got the offensive line for that. They see he could get away with that shit with Minnesota's offensive line because they got a good offensive line. Same thing with Goff in Detroit. They got that offensive line, give them more time. Not here in New York. He looked like straight dog. Now, hold on. Now, but if you sign Sam, then you can still trade. If you sign, look at this way. If you sign Sam Darnold, right? There's gonna be a team that want to move up to 3 to get a quarterback. You trade out. If one of the top 2 quarterbacks fall to 3, you trade out. You get Las Vegas want to trade up. You can trade out with them. Maybe you get this year 1. You can get their 1 this year, their 1 next year, and maybe a 3 this year for that pick. Maybe like a 5th rounder for that pick. Now you can take a lineman with their pick. I think they pick at like 7 or 8 or something, if I'm not mistaken. Once you swap those picks, you can get a lineman there. I can see that happening. You know what I mean? You get that right side right. You know what I'm saying? Now you got something. You take a defensive lineman in the 2nd round because we need interior. We need help on the defensive line. We need help on the defensive line bad. And I'd say this, like, said it before, I said it again. What are we getting? What are we doing with Azeez Ojulari? Do you pick up Kayvon Thibodeau's 5th-year option. You would want to, but should you is the question. Now, I don't know. But what I don't want to happen, right? You don't pick up the 5th-year option. You lose him for nothing if you don't trade him at the deadline, because then we mad again. Like, we just lost no bullshit. 2 players we let walk for nothing. They both are all pros. Xavier McKinney and Saquon. Just from that, Joe Shane should be fine. Listen, man. Listen. I don't like calling for people's jobs. I don't like messing up people's livelihoods. But some of this got to make sense, man. Come on. We all watch the Hard Knocks. This dude is a little too arrogant. Come on. We don't have time for this type of stuff. He should have traded Azeez Ojulari at the trade deadline and got something for him. But no, he didn't do that. Come on. Now we about to lose him for nothing. And this guy's a good player. Someone got to go. Period. One of them got to go. I feel like Azeez is a better player. You know what I'm saying? Listen, look. Here's what people got to understand. We are Giants fans. We are prone to seeing a quarterback get sacked. From the days of Lawrence Taylor to Michael Strahan to the Nassau package with Tuck, JPP, Kuanuka, OC. Listen, we are prone and we are used to getting after the quarterback. This is what we're used to visualizing when we see a Giants football game. We ain't been seeing that for almost 2 decades now. Let's be real, almost. It's been over a decade. We ain't been seeing what we need to be seeing. Come on now. We got to get back to our winning ways. We got to get back to what made the Giants great. We got to get after the quarterback. And Kayvon, come on, man. Come on, my boy. It don't look like it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It don't look like it. I don't care. I don't care if I look at the stats at the end of the season like, okay, 12, 11 sacks. Oh, okay. But it doesn't feel like it. You watch the game, it's like, well, where did that come from? Like, you know what I mean? Where it's like, let's take somebody. What's his name? Oh, goodness. Calvin Noy from the Ravens. It got probably like 10, 11 sacks, but it feels like it. He's very disruptive. Shit don't feel like nothing with Kayvon get them tats, man. I need him to be better. And he got the talent, like, you know what I mean? But I don't know what's going on. He don't got no excuses. He got the best defensive tackle, arguably, in the league. Another top 5 pass rusher or top 8 pass rusher on the other side. Like, you know what I mean? You got to be getting right. It's no way your backup's coming in getting right. And I understand you. Listen, being injured to me is not an excuse. Best ability is availability. Period. Oh, what a catch. You got to be available, dogs. Whatever you doing, come on, man. You a pro. Let's get right. Hey, crazy thing is, too, move on. We're gonna jump to the Jets. I think that this is personally me, and I could be bugging. Y'all tell me if I'm bugging or not. Listen, I know Aaron Rodgers won't be back next year, but I think he should be back. I think with a full year, a full season with Adams, and Wilson at the wide receivers, I think the Jets got a good team. You know, you look at some of the games that they lost, they ain't been losing these games all crazy. Like, you know, obviously Aaron Rodgers it's clear that he's lost a step. I will say that. But he can still play quarterback. He can still play quarterback. He can still do it. He can still do it at starting quarterback caliber level. Like, you know what I mean? The only thing is missing with the Jets, you just got to get a head coach who isn't going to take his shit. Like, you know what I mean? You need a leader. You need a Tomlin. Put Aaron Rodgers and Mike Tomlin together. Watch what happens. Aaron Rodgers respect Tomlin. And Tomlin gonna have that defense clicking. Aaron gonna have that offense clicking. Telling you. Put Tomlin and Aaron Rodgers together. Give Aaron Rodgers one more season with that offense. That offense is not bad, bro. Oh! That's what you get for catching that 80-yard bomb on me. That's what we do to y'all. When you get crazy, we get crazy. But I'm saying, for real, though, just think about it. Get that thing some thought. Aaron and Tomlin. I'm telling you. The Jets ain't that far off. Buffalo, on paper, Buffalo not that much better than the Jets. On paper. It's coaching. Come here. Oh, good catch. It's coaching. It's culture. All of those things. That's what makes Buffalo better than the Jets. But on paper, come on, man. Them, they ain't that much better. They are not that much better. That's real talk. You know, you got to shake it up. Shake it up. Calvin Johnson is quiet today. You know why? Because Caleb Farley's over there on that side. That's why he's quiet. Come on. Oh. Give me that. Oh, I'm about to say, ooh, let's go, Drew. Hey, you see that defense? Hey, stop playing with my boy Drew Phillips like he liked you. He liked that. He really liked that, boy. Slash that thing for me. Yeah, pose for the pick, yo. I'm telling you, we trying to get undefeated. We trying to go undefeated. This is when it becomes fun. Ooh. He thought he had that too. Nah, let me get that. He thought he had that. Nah, you ain't getting that, my boy. You ain't getting that, my boy. Sneak picks. If y'all saw the Commanders yesterday, I told you. My sneak Super Bowl pick. Sneak pick. And I told y'all nobody want to play them. It's going to be the Commanders. Listen. Lamar Jackson's probably lost like 2 games to NFC teams. Like, dude literally be cooking the NFC teams. Why is that? There's literally no quarterback in the NFC like Lamar Jackson. The only person who was there who had that similar kind of tone and feel about his game was Justin Fields. It was kind of the same, but not the same. Right? He doesn't have that wiry frame, so it's like he's a bigger target. But these like Fields and Jackson, they got that like slithery, wiry frame. It's harder to like line them up for a good hit. So he possesses a lot of the same type of qualities and traits that Lamar Jackson had, right? Now I'm telling you right now, NFC team struggles. They've been struggling with that type of ability. You know? Get it out quick. Oh my goodness, what's happening? Yeah, so they've been struggling with that. They struggle with that. I'm telling you. He's scary. He's scary. And then on top of that, you take the defense. Oh, man. You know, that team look good, man. I'm telling you that. Sneak picks. In the NFC, it's the Commanders. In the AFC, there's no. In the AFC, there's no sneak picks. If I have to pick a sneaky team that might could get in there, I want it. I don't have one. I really don't have one. There's no. Oh, come on, get there, Banks. Oh, look at Carl Banks. Come on, that's what linebackers do. There's no sneak picks in the AFC. You know, you expect the Texans. I don't expect them to really. I don't expect them to. They're going home. They're going home. Give me that. Oh, good D. They're going home. You got to go home. That's what he said. You got to go home. They going home. They can't beat the. I mean, anybody could lose on any given day. I just don't expect them to really go into Arrowhead and really make some noise. Good tackle. Come on, all that extraness. That's my fault. I should have kept running with Laporta. You know? They gonna be ready. But I want Lamar to go to the Super Bowl. Look, this year, I've watched more Ravens games this year than I ever have done. I've become a Lamar Jackson fan in the sense that he's just amazing to me. And I know he's like that for a lot of people. But if you just ever just watch the highlights, you don't watch the full game, you don't really get the whole you don't get the feeling of what he truly is. Like, you got to watch the whole game. The highlights can get you excited, but just watch the whole game. Like, this dude is a competitor. He never let it down. Even his opponents, they love Lamar. He's respected. It's because he just he that dude, bro. He that dude. He's that dude. I'd be honest. In my whole lifetime of watching football, I've seen amazing players. I've seen Barry. Guys who I just think is amazing. These are just like guys who I've watched and I thought that, oh wow, like this is what football is, or what it's supposed to be, or how it should make you feel. And obviously guys like Lawrence Taylor, Reggie White, Derek Thomas, you know what I mean? Bruce Smith, to say the least, right? Deion Sanders, Dow Green, Rod Woodson, Charles Woodson. This is just on the defensive side of the ball. These guys, you watch these guys, and these are typically the guys you want to be like and you want to emulate when you play in football, right? Just on the defensive side of the ball when you watch it growing up as a kid, right? And I say these guys because these are the guys who always flash off the screen. You know what I'm saying? As a quarterback, you see Joe Montana. You see the Dan Marino. You saw Jim Kelly. You saw Troy Aikman. Like, you saw those guys and you're like, wow. Steve Young. You like, yo. In to me, Warren Moon, Randall Cunningham, you really saw a lot. It's like, yo, this is what it could be, right? These I'm talking about the people who make you want to play football. Obviously, it's a team sport, right? But some guys just take this whole thing to another level. So you see, right? Then on offense at certain positions, when you lay your eyes on Barry Sanders, it's like, holy crap. Malik, nah, not before the playoffs. You know what? Madden need to stop. Because before, when this game started, I said to let him sit out. Why is he in the game? Why even ask me that and then play him? Come on, man. Trying is frustrating. Anyway, when you first lay on Barry Sanders, you was like, okay, what the heck is that? Like, you know what I'm saying? And Emmitt Smith is a dog too, but it didn't look the same. It didn't feel the same. Two totally different feels, right? Even when you lay your eyes on guys like Thurman Thomas, Roger Craig, Ricky Waters, like, you start looking at this, you see Jerome Bennis, you start looking at these running backs. Now Emmitt is in the conversation. Don't never get it twisted. Emmitt is in the conversation. I'm just talking about, like, wait, it felt different with some of these guys. Like, you know what I'm saying? It felt different. Like, and then you get to the wide receiver. I wanted to be a wide receiver as a kid. Man, you see Jerry Rice. Dude took my breath away. When I found out he used Stickum, I just found this out like a few weeks ago. This dude had me rethinking my whole childhood. My girl had to literally give me a hug. I was super pissed that he would say that. Like, you know what I mean? Because it's like, he was the reason why I would go outside. My older brother would throw a bunch of passes to me, and I try to catch one-hand passes. Like, we was Jerry Rice and Steve Young. No lie. That's our thing. And I would, in catching a one-hand catch, I did that because, you wanted to be, you saw Jerry Rice do it, right? You got guys like Chris Carter, Andre Riser, Irvin Fryer, Carl Pickens. This is in the 90s. And then you got guys like, who am I missing? Andre Reed. Oh, look at Eli. All of these guys, all those guys, but Jerry Rice, it felt different with Jerry. If it didn't feel the same. Even Michael Irvin, all of these guys, it felt different with Rice. Then you move on to, like, Randy Moss come into play. Oh my goodness. Keyshawn, Randy Moss, T.O., Marvin Harrison, Isaac Bruce, Joey Galloway, Tim. This made it feel different. Randy made. Oh, I missed Randy Moss made the position feel different. Like and I say that to say I'm naming all these guys is because you got all of these great players, and Saquon makes a different position feel different. LaDainian Tomlinson made the position feel different. Marshall Faulk made the running back position feel different, right? Calvin Johnson made the wide receiver position feel different. He made it feel different. It ain't too many of those guys who change the position and make it feel like something else. And Lamar Jackson is like that. He makes the position feel different. He changes. When you watch him, he just changes what you thought was possible. The impossible happens when you watch him. And it's to the point where it's like now a bunch of guys that's coming out. Now everybody, they looking for the guy to have that thing. Oh, Patrick Mahomes too. Let's not get it twisted. Pat Mahomes made the position feel different. Another guy who made the quarterback position feel different too. Not Tom Brady. Tom Brady is very traditional, by the book, very textbook, right? But Aaron Rodgers, when you watched him at first, he made the position feel different. Like, yo, is that even capable for someone to have that kind of balance of accuracy and mobility? Like, Aaron made it feel different. Not to be funny, John Elway and Dan Marino made the position feel different too. But obviously the guy at that era in those eras was, look at Calvin. I was just talking about him. You see? Was Joe Montana. He made it feel different. Shannon Sharp, I would say, made the tight end position feel different. And then other guys came along like Tony Gonzalez. And then all of these guys nowadays are in that Tony Gonzalez kind of mode. All of them. 6'5", 6'6", 250, 260, can jump, can run. That's all like the Tony Gonzalez mode. Some people would say the Kellen Winslow Sr., he was like that too, but a lot of these guys are in that mode. But yeah, I say that to say I've become a huge fan of Lamar Jackson, man. Just watching him play. Just watching how excited he is about playing and how his ability just jumps off the screen. You don't get to witness that all the time, man. Like, you know what I mean? That's just amazing stuff that you're watching. And I think, you literally gotta enjoy it while it's here, because you might not get to see it again. But I will say let me not say it. Jalen Daniels got some of that. Just not as fast and maybe not as athletic, but he got some of that. I think he's a better thrower of the ball at this stage of their career if you compare it. But man, to really think about all that could be possible and all of these guys are doing is amazing. Oh, come on, put that there. Oh, hit him. Oh, man, I'm only up a touchdown. Oh no. Okay, they're going for a field goal. Cool, we stopped them. For real, man. So just watching that, I've been super amazed by Lamar Jackson, especially this year, because we know about him, but this year I literally locked in and focused on two players this year. I watched Lamar and I watched Saquon. The reason why I had to watch Saquon, obviously he went to the Eagles, and I wanted to really give him a fair assessment of his ability, because prior to him leaving the Giants, I was like, it ain't a big loss. Like, you know what I mean? I really thought Saquon, like, he actually, he don't have vision. He plays too much in the hole, and then, at least for what we got him to be. And then he goes to the Eagles. I'm like, damn, there was no hole. It was nothing. And then I look back at the stats and look at the offensive line that we had with him is like, he shouldn't have had any of that. Like, you know what I mean? He shouldn't even made a Pro Bowl. So watching him and watching how football has become so much fun to him, and watching him enjoy playing the sport, listen, hats off to Saquon. He deserved it. He deserved it, man. Like, Dude literally said he wanted to be a Giant for life. This dude say, yeah, we're gonna let you test the market, and if you get an offer, come back to us, and would you give us that? Who you talking to, bro? You talking to a 2,000 yard runner? That's who you was talking to. That's who you was talking to. But that's how it is, and that's why in sports I don't mind if players lack loyalty to organizations, because organizations aren't loyal to players. Like, you know what I mean? It's always, what have you done for me lately? It's always that way. Like, you know what I mean? He getting older, you know. That's why I tell players, listen, if you got production, this is how you get paid in any sport. This your leverage. If you have production, right? Health and youth. Health not so much because you get health, but if you got production and youth on your side, you gotta milk the cow, man, because they're gonna lowball you every chance that they get. They ain't trying to pay you, like, And I think sometimes that takes the fun away from guys. It takes the fun away from the sport. Like, I know it's tough for these guys to learn that, it's a business. Oh, it is a bit. Like, when you got to learn that it's a business and you can't just go out there and play and have fun, that changes. I think that changes their mindset. I think that changes the energy around going to work. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, dang, you gotta figure out how to make it fun at some point. Like, you know what I mean? It ain't gonna just be fun. It's a business, And a lot of times, if you ask me, that business is not always conducted the right way. You know what I'm saying? They really be hurting people. I mean, I remember when the Knicks traded Patrick Ewing. How y'all gonna get rid of Pat? Like, what's up with that? Come on, how y'all gonna get rid of Pat? That was crazy, but it's a business. That's just crazy, man. Ain't nobody's untouchable, man. The Niners let Jerry Rice, like that's crazy to watch stuff like that. That's why my boy Lawrence Taylor was smart. My boy Lawrence got up out of there. I ain't going to play nowhere else. So I'll just retire. They don't matter, man. Father Time gets them all. You gotta milk the cow while you can. And that's where the big bird. For real, for real. Yeah, but in my honest opinion, in my heart of all hearts, and what I really feel, I don't think the Giants is ready for a black quarterback. I know that might be a little controversy, but I don't think they're gonna take one. Look at that throw. I just don't think they're gonna take one. And if they do, it'd probably be Shador. Not only because he's one of the best quarterbacks right now, but they probably feel like his dad can will him in. He's not gonna get too far off. He's not gonna go. He's on a leash. No disrespect to him as a young man. Like, obviously he's gonna be able to live his life and make his mistakes, but they know that hey, he got a different type of support system. If it goes left, he got his pops to say, hey, you need to figure shit out. Get in what you trying to do? You trying to play football, or you trying to get caught up in the New York Lights? Which one is it? Like, you know what I mean? He has that. You know what I mean? He has that Hall of Fame dad to come in and tell him and show him the ropes. Whereas, like, I don't know too much about Cam Ward as far as personality, so I don't want to make any I don't know what his life is like, whether he got I don't know anything about him, like, you know what I mean? But I do know guys get lost in the sauce out here in New York. Period. You could be at a strip club every night to 4 a.m. Like, it ain't like no other places. Shit don't close at 2 a.m. in New York. Shit get started at 2 a.m. You could be in... Listen, I don't know. You could be in some places to 6 a.m. If you know, you know. You understand there's so many things to do. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's so many things to take your mind off the sport. So, I know Shador got somebody who's been in that limelight, who's been that kind of guy. You understand? He got someone he can go to a will of knowledge who knows what he's going through, and he can trust in what his pops is saying. I don't, I don't know who else got that ability. I don't know if Ken Ward has that person. If he does, great. Like, you feel what I'm saying? If he does, oh yeah, you ain't gonna hit me with that twice. You ain't gonna get me with that twice. Thought you was gonna, you ain't gonna get him with that twice. Stop playing with banks like the bank is closed. Bank's closed on Sunday, my boy. Let's go, man. What a performance, man. We came out here and we did our thing against a 92 rated overall offense. All right. And I don't even think our overall is rated that high. And you know what we got to show you, because it's never a game. It's always on all Madden competitive all the time. That's how we do. Bada boom, bada bing, bada boom. Bada bing, bada boom, bada pow. That's how we give it up. You know what I mean? Oh, hold up. I need to get out this game healthy, because I took a lot of injuries this game with guys who were not supposed to. Okay. Yeah, we're going to get out this game. Let's just take a knee. Let's take a knee. We don't need to. Yeah. So I think we should keep that in mind when it comes to the Giants drafting a quarterback. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Now, some people might say that's some racial shit or some racial bias. It could be. Like, you know what I mean? But there is some truth to it. Like, you know what I mean? There is some truth to the big lights of New York City. Like, you know what I mean? You got to be ready to be able to be equipped to handle that stuff. Like, you feel what I'm saying? You look at Eli. Eli, his father played, his brother played, like, you know what I mean? Look, he was equipped to handle it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You get someone like Kerry Collins. I think Kerry Collins had an alcohol issue, if I'm not mistaken. So, I don't know if it's... You just got to be equipped to handle what New York comes with, man. And, we like to party. We like to party. We like to get it in. Like, you know what I mean? And, some people got some takes, Shador was in New York. But what is it, last month? He was at the party. Listen, enjoy your life. Not saying that you can't enjoy your life. Like, you know what I'm saying? But you can't get lost in the sauce. That's the issue. And the same thing goes for Vegas. Now, I know, Dion might want a big market for him, but if we could get Dion and Shador, bring him in. Because I think he's going to be successful that way. The biggest question around Shador is, hey, can somebody else coach him? And the biggest people are asking is, can Dion coach other people? Now, I think both of them do just fine without each other. Like, you know what I mean? But, hey, if we can get, Shador and Dion, get him. Because I know his pops is going to keep him focused on football. You know what I'm saying? What they say, the cat's away, the mouse might play. So... You know what I mean? That'd be interesting to see how that goes. It's always interesting to see how the draft unfold. But this is why you want the number one pick. This is why you want that first of all pick. So now being at 3 is a little weird. But if you got that 1, it's like, okay, you got your pick of the litter. That's the first pro. And then if you want to trade out, thirsty quarterback needy teams are gonna trade up. And we one of those thirsty quarterback needy teams. Don't get it twisted. Like, you know what I mean? But I'm always for building a roster. Build the roster the way you need it constructed. And then I think sometimes it's never easy getting a quarterback, but you need the roster as well. The question is, would you rather get that overall pick and have a horrible roster? Or would you rather have a good roster and then get that quarterback to come in? That's really weird. Like, you know what I mean? Like, not too often you're going to get quarterbacks like Jaden Daniels and CJ Stroud that's going to turn the franchise around right away. You're going to still have to build the roster. Like, you know what I mean? Peyton ain't coming and change the franchise around right away. It took some time. Some guys could do it, but it ain't a lot of guys that can do that. Everybody don't have that ability. Jaden obviously have it. CJ, look at Bryce Young. He'll be better next year, but it took a year. You got to build the roster. So I don't know. I think you trade out. If you got the 1 pick, you trade out with a team that's going to give you a hole and you build the roster. Like, you know what I mean? And you get a quarterback, you get a bridge quarterback for a year or two, and then that following year, when you got a solid roster, you done got draft capital, you get younger through free agency, you get your veteran guys, and then you build your roster like that. Like, think about it. Like, the Bears. Let's say, what about Tomlin to the Bears? But anyway, the Bears will be good because they have a good roster. Now only missing is a play caller. The Bears have a good roster. You're going to see. Caleb going to be just fine. The Bears have a good roster. Every position almost is checked off. They're solid. So expect the Bears. That's one of the teams that you can expect to make the playoffs next year. They in a hard division, but you can expect them to be good. You know, maybe Caleb should have. I mean, I know they don't like to sit guys for year one, but hey, maybe, they could have had him sit. Let a veteran come in for 1 year. Look, But yeah, man. Y'all see it? We got a victory. So my take is build the roster first, draft, then get the quarterback. Because typically there's more quarterbacks that don't pan out than it is that do. And you see it a lot of times. Your Super Bowl winners or your good quarterbacks are quarterbacks who sucked for 2 years because they was in bad situations and because organization handled them better. The moment they get somewhere where they get a little experience, they get a good roster. Look at Baker. Look at Sam Darnold. Look at Jared Goff. All of these guys are top picks. None of them was really that guy in year 1, year 2, year 3. Baker was okay, but look at them now. These guys are some of the top quarterbacks in the NFL. So you gotta have the roster, man. You gotta have the team, the player, the scheme. All of that needs to be working for these guys to be successful. Because if you don't have that, what do you run the risk of? You know what I'm saying? You come on. They had Sam Darnold was saying he saw dead people. He was seeing ghosts. He's seeing ghosts out there. This is out his own mouth. He said it. Now look at him. How you go from seeing ghosts to basically being a fringe MVP candidate? And if you ask me, he should be in the conversation. You know what I'm saying? His numbers is good. You know what I'm saying? How does it go from that to that? So we got to be real. Guys you need the team, man. Period, point blank. You got to get guys in the right position. You need the offensive line. You need all of those things. You look at golf, and that offense is crazy right now. They got this. They got speed on the outside. They got elite guys underneath, and between the intermediate level, all 3 levels of the field. They got 2 running backs. Crazy offensive line. I personally think the Lions defense are overachievers. When you start looking at the roster, as far as like names, okay, other than Aiden, not too many guys. They got some guys. Let me not say that, but I think it's a squad of overachievers, and that's great. I'm with all of that, but. You look at the roster, you build the roster. You build the roster with the coach. That's crazy. I mean, it's getting to a point where, it looked like Detroit is coming out of the NFC, but I got my pick for the Super Bowl is Eagles Ravens. That's ideal. That's what I would like to see. That's what I would like to see. I do think the Ravens can beat the Chiefs. I think they can control the clock and keep the ball out of Patrick Mahomes' hand. I think they beat them. They should have beat them last year if Zay Flowers don't make those 2 mistakes. That's one. And this year, early on in the season, penalties really is what cost them their game. So I do think they got everything they need to beat the Chiefs. I think they are the only team that can do. Oh well, Buffalo too. But I think Buffalo can't beat the Ravens. Buffalo don't have a Buffalo pass rush. They got it. You know what I mean? They guys are. Vaughn. Well, we'll see. This week is going to be very interesting. But yo, check this out. Look at the Lions overall rating: 89, 92 over offense, 87 over defense. We put up a good game against them, and that's what we needed to do, man, to get out of here. Look, Tracy with a crazy game. I was so caught up on the conversation, I didn't even know Tracy had a little game like this. Let me see. I don't think I threw a pick, though. Nah, I ain't throw a pick this game. I only threw one touchdown. That sucks. Why this feel like this? I promise you, this is like real life Eli Manning numbers. Word. Feel like this is Eli type of numbers, man. But look, look, I got him. I got 70% completion rating. That's not bad. But I got sacked 27 times. Let's go see what else we doing in the rushing game. We're doing great in the running game. You know what I mean? 1,400 yards and 225 carries is 5.3 yards a carry, 22 tubs, only one fumble. We doing all right. These are great numbers from my receivers. Neighbors gets in the end zone. That's what I need. Hyatt, I definitely, you know, I'm gonna need another wide receiver. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm gonna need another wide receiver on the outside. I don't know who can be. Maybe that could be somebody I reload this roster with. Who knows? It's a lot of guys. Tyler leading us in tackles. Man, my defense is just so smooth. Yo, is this not a? This is such a Pro Bowl, All Pro year for Drew. From the slot position, you know what I mean? This is like one of those Landon Collins type of years. Remember, Landon had a big season for us. That's what I mean with Thibodeau. Like, dude, don't get after the quarterback the way I really need him to. But we gonna see, man. But look at my picks, though. You ain't never seen a year that your top corners had these type of interceptions output. So we super excited about where this team and where this rebuild and where this roster is going. And, you know, we got the number one overall rank offense, the fourth overall rank defense, which is great. You know what I'm saying? Let's review. Look, Patty Mahomes get the MVP. I ain't mad at it. Malik got the let's go offensive player. Yeah, look, all three of my guys are up there because we cooking like that. Understand? Oh, four of my guys we cooking like that because we putting guys in position to succeed. Hold on. Offensive rookie of the year, Ali Gordon. Okay. Quinn Ewers. Ooh, the playmakers up there. Carson Becker's up there. Ooh, AP. That's a guy I left. The AP felt like he changed the position. You know what I mean? He felt for him it was like somebody merged. Who can knock? It's like somebody slammed Eric Dickerson with Earl Campbell and made Adrian Peterson. Marcus Colson got short-handed Colson. Art Monk, another one of those guys. Steve Smith, like I'm telling you. Roddy White, I'm telling you, man. Look who's on the defense. Reggie, Warren. These are the rookies. This is the rookie class. London Fletcher, gotta bring Aaron Donald back. Period. Arguably the greatest defensive player of all time. Obviously, to me, it's Lawrence Taylor, Reggie White, Bruce Smith, Aaron Donald, then Deion, then J.J. Watt. I'm just saying. But look at the guys, man. Oh. Yo, you'll understand it's so much fun when you actually create these rosters and bring these guys back. Because obviously, I'm not bringing them back at 99 overall. That's not what I'm doing. I'm literally playing through the franchise and watching how they develop to see if they might even develop. What is different now? Like some guys got quarterbacks. Some guys that don't got quarterbacks. Like, you know what I mean? Like Randy Moss hasn't developed. I don't understand. He started off with superstar ability. He just can't get right with Drake May. Whereas Calvin Johnson is eating with Jared Goff, but it doesn't translate to wins. It's so much fun just watching it all unfold. And hopefully we can keep this thing going, man. Keep me motivated to continue to produce these videos by just commenting, you know what I mean, share the video, keep me motivated. Because, sometimes, obviously, you got to keep going, but sometimes you lose a little motivation. But, but that's what y'all there for, to keep me motivated, man. It's Madden Reloaded. You know what I'm saying? So you know what that is, man. Look, that was week 15 in the books. We that much closer to the playoffs, and we that much closer to the reload to season 3. Last season we lost in the I believe we lost in the playoffs. We got bumped out. This year we not going for it. Last year we didn't have that many superstars. This year we got a team. We a team. We got great development. You know what I mean? We got great position coaches. And everything is working out. You know, you need them position coaches. Eli's developing. Slow, but he's developing. He had 90 overall. That's what we need him to be. Tyrone Tracy, 97 overall. He's eating. All right. Look about Malik Neighbors. I need to do some work on it. To be honest, my wide receiver room need a little work. I do need another dog. I don't. Guys can't get open down the field. For right now, my offense is based off of dinking and dunking and taking a shot here and there to Malik. Hyatt, I don't think he'll be back next season. He got the nod to start. He just hasn't developed. We ain't even going to talk about Theo. He injured right now, but he's a dog. And he's a dog. We got to keep it a buck. He's a dog. Andrew Thomas, I know what he's about. We brought back Chris Snee. I had to call him. Chris Snee, he had to come back, get reloaded. He's having a great season. John Michael Smith, I'm going to let him develop, but hey, he got one more season. I need him to get to that. I need him by the end of this season. I would like for him to at least be 80 overall. By the beginning of next season. If he can get 80 overall and maybe go up a dev, that'd be great. John Runyon, he probably won't be on the team next year. I think he got one more year, but we got a guy behind him. He might take over. And look, Evan Neal, we got him. I can literally say we're saving his career right now. This is a guy that I don't think the Giants should give up on. Don't let him go before we check him out at guard. Because that's what I did last season. I had to move him to guard to let him build some confidence, and then I moved him back to right tackle. You cannot if you just pay attention to what Mekhi Becton has done when he joined the Eagles line, okay? They moved him from tackle to guard, and he's been a beast. So I think we can go that same route with Evan Neal. Move him to guard, see what you get there from him, okay? We can do that. There's some things we can do here. Kayvon, he's been quiet. But the way the Madden algorithm works, they just always have him develop. I don't really like that. They should let guys develop based off of their production. Brian Burns, need I say more? And then boom, straight hands hit a wall. I would be honest with you. So what I'm realizing is that I might have to go back to the 3-4 because Strahan can't do it on the inside. He's just too small. I thought he can play on the inside at 280. Remember, when Strahan was drafted, he was drafted at 280, 285. He was a bigger... Remember, back in the day, the edge rushers were bigger. Like, you know what I mean? The top edge rushers in the league, Bruce Smith and Reggie White, they were not what we see today. 6'3", 240, 245. We talking about 275, 280. Solid dude. So when Strahan comes in, he comes in that mode, but I was trying to okay, can that build translate into just being a tackle and, in the modern day? But I don't know. It's not really working. So we got to figure out how we want to utilize Strahan. Do we put, this is a tough decision. Do we put Kayvon Thibodeau on the trade market and move, and we send Michael Strahan through that process that he actually went through in real life, where he shed that 20 pounds, and we get him back playing at 260. Playoff Strahan, defensive player of the year Strahan. Do we get him that, or do we keep him stagnated at tackle? Who knows? Carl Banks, he's having a great rookie season. Okay, he came in at 77 overall. That's where we had him at. He's already at 84. I do need him to get a dev trait, but he's balling out. Bobby Okereke, still fairly young. Still got, not really. He about to be 30. Age catching up with him. I think I want to move. I got a soft spot for Isaiah Simmons because he has all of this ability. So I'm gonna hold on to him. I think I might move Isaiah into middle. And y'all see it, man. Caleb, Banks. Look, this is great. I got great size on the out. It's great. These guys got good height, long limbs, and they got the foot speed on the outside. So my guys are good out there. And then when I go inside, I got Drew Phillips, who's actually not really that small, and another guy who can do a lot of different things. So we got good. I'm really happy with the secondary. With Malachi and Tyler Nubin. Really happy with what we have there. K York, he did a better job this year as a kicker than our kicker did. Remember, last season I was missing everything. I actually lost some games because I couldn't hit field goals. We had to right that ship. So, y'all see it, man. Y'all know what's Y'all know what's happening. Y'all know what's going on. It's Madden Reloaded. We back now. I'm saying sorry for the wait. Look, took a little man off, but I'm hoping, you know, everybody, you know what I'm saying, had a good little vacay this past thing, you know, whatever y'all celebrate, you know. I know I celebrate the Feast of Dedication. That's my holiday season. But hey, y'all know what it is, man. It's Madden Reloaded. Like, comment, subscribe. If y'all didn't see the last video, I'll have it posted up. You know, y'all see it somewhere. But you know, hey, we out of here, baby. I holla.